This is a tutorial on the Christmas song, "O Come All Ye Faithful." It's in the key of G. So just one sharp to watch out for in your melody. We're going to show it to you as a soloist here first. And I'll give you the fingering for the right hand. You start with your second finger on G, right above middle C there. Third finger on that A note. Fourth finger on this B note. Get you all the way up to that C. Then at that point, you're going to hit the G note with your second finger. The next one's also a G, but you're going to hit that with your third finger. That's a very common technique for fingering. You hit it, it's "oh, come," like that. And that's going to get you down where you need to be. Watch out for your F sharp there. Third finger on that F sharp. And you're going to go all the way up to this D note with your fifth finger. Thumb on that G note, and then put your fifth finger on this A, and your third finger on that F sharp to get you down there. And then third finger on this G, and third finger on that B, fourth finger on that C note right there. Put your third finger over on that F sharp. Put your thumb under on that G note. Four right there on C. And your thumb. Pretty standard fingering there. Then you're going to be playing your chord in your left hand. So we're going to start with a G chord. And I would play it like that. Generally speaking, you want to try to keep your chord in this octave right here. D, G, and B. Third finger on this A, and you're going to D chord in your left hand, D, F sharp, and A. Root position there. Now this next measure is pretty tricky. But hymns will do this. They will sometimes have 4 chords in a measure. So it starts on a G on the first beat. G, D, G, B, D, F sharp and A, back to a G again, D, G, B, C, E, G, C, back to the G again, and back to that D. So it's something you probably want to work on there. E minor, E, G, and B like that. D, F sharp and A. And that's going to be another tricky measure coming up here. You've got a D chord and then an A. So let me just walk that through with you. It starts on a E is a D, A on O, C sharp, E and A on the top. A G there, D, G, B. So there's a D right there also, and then E minor, E, B, E, G, B. Down to that D, and you can put A7 there if you want, A, C sharp, E, G. Notice that in that second measure on the second line there, where it goes D, G, G, you could probably leave that G between the 2 D chords out there. way it's written here is one chord per measure. D, A, there's an A7 like that, and a D. Then you got a G chord, D, G, B like that, D, D F sharp A, back to G, A minor, E, A, C, G, another tricky measure here. Born the King of Angels. So it's D on born, G, like that, E minor, E, G, B, A minor, E, A, C, back to the D again. And you may have heard that this played even just without a chord underneath it. So it's up to you there. It's pretty much a G all the way through that line. On him, you've got to go to a D chord there. Back to G, and then there's another fancy measure there. A minor, E, A, C, G, D, A, D, G, C, G, D. So it's, as far as a Christmas song goes, one of those that's a little bit more on the tricky side, but that's the chord in your left hand, and this is what it sounds like when you're all done.